Hi, boys and girls. So, today is Monday and it's a new month. I told you during the last class meeting that we had on the computer that we were having a new month. And if you were able to come to that meeting, I showed you the new month is May. So, we finished all of April. Now we're in the month of May. So, whenever we start a new month, we always talk about the letters in the month M-A-Y, May. The other thing we do is clap the syllables for the month. So let's clap those syllables. Let's go back and practice April. April. I hear two. Let's tap it. April. I feel two syllables in that word. So let's try that with the month of May. And remember, syllables are the sounds that you make in the word. May. I only hear one syllable. May. I feel one syllable. Remember, syllables are not the same as the letters of the word. This word has 1, 2, 3 letters in it. When you squish those letters together, the sounds make the word may. And the parts of that word are the syllables. And this word only has one part or one syllable. May. I wasn't able to get the May song for you, but the next time I go into our classroom, I might be able to get in. I'm hoping maybe tomorrow on Tuesday, I will get the May song poster and try to bring that home so I can teach you some of the words from the May song. Until I get that, we'll have to just wait for now. So on my poster, you'll see that I have pictures of flowers. Up here, I have a butterfly. I have frog. And the reason I put those 3 pictures on there are those are going to be some of the things that we learn about in the month of May. So if you were able to come to pick up your new packet today on Monday, some of you were able to come. It was great to see so many faces and some friends and some parents pick up your new packet. So inside of your new packet, I'm going to show you some of the things you'll find in there. So inside of the new packet, you'll have a new learning packet. And remember, these learning packets have practice pages in there that are all things that we've already learned about in school. So we call these practice because we're practicing things that we've already learned about. We just have to keep practicing them a little bit every day so that we make our muscles strong and remember those things that we learned. Also inside of that packet, you got another pack of papers, and those papers were all about plants. You got some books, and the books were about parts of a plant. You also got some books in that packet that are about life cycles. So first, in the beginning of May, we're going to learn about the life cycle of a plant. So how a plant grows from a seed into a plant, and then what happens when that plant is done growing. The next thing I'm going to teach you about in the month of May, starting next week, you got some books about oviparous animals. It's a fun word, oviparous. I'm going to teach you what oviparous means. So there was a couple of books for oviparous animals and what is hatching. So there's a lot of different animals there. And if you think about what is hatching in this front cover, oviparous animals, what do you think oviparous animals mean? What is hatching? I'll give you a clue. Animals that are born from an egg. Then there were also books about chicks and chickens, frogs and tadpoles. There's a Let's Find Out magazine all about plants. There's a Let's Find Out magazine all about frogs. There is a butterfly and caterpillar book, a Let's Find Out magazine all about caterpillars. So those are going to be some of the things that we learn for new learning throughout the month of May. So the first thing that's always important to remember is those practice pages. Again, the schedule that's in the book talks to you about trying to do either 4 or 5 each day. My goal is to do those 4 or 5 if I have time and I can get those done. At least you have to do at least 2. At least 1 math and 1 reading each day to keep your brain growing strong, keep those muscles growing, and make sure you're doing your practice. Okay? That's your goal every day, at least 2. But if you can do 5, Awesome. The next thing I want to talk to you about in this video for the month of May is that we're going to keep doing the iReady challenge. I am so proud of how many friends did the iReady challenge in week 1. And then in week 2, I had even more friends do the iReady challenge. So now for week 3, we're going to continue doing the iReady challenge. Remember, the challenge is that you complete at least 10 minutes of math or reading every day. But even bigger challenge would be to do 10 minutes of math and 10 minutes of reading every day. Now that will give you a little bit of practice in both of those subjects so that all of those muscles grow. So I'm going to continue to challenge you to do that total at the end of the week. By the end of the week, by Friday, that you try to get at least 40 minutes of iReady done. Math or reading, I'll put those minutes together and it has to equal at least 40 minutes. And last week I was so proud. We had like 18 friends get the iReady challenge. So let's see if this week we can keep working on that, and hopefully maybe this week we'll have everybody be able to get that iReady challenge. You're going to feel so proud of yourself. I'll be able to see all the things you're practicing in your iReady lessons, and it's just going to make your brain go stronger and stronger. So iReady challenge week number 3. I want to see how you do. I can't wait to find out. Then the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to begin talking to you today about plants. Okay, I love teaching about plants, and the month of May is a great time to teach about plants because we had all that rain in the month of April, and there's a saying that says, April showers bring May flowers. So the month of May is not just a time to grow plants that turn into flowers that are just so pretty to see in our yards, but the month of May is also a time to begin growing plants that we use to eat. So those plants are important. They're different fruits and vegetables that we can start planting the seeds of that turn into sprouts, and eventually farmers will plant those sprouts into the fields, and those plants will grow into foods that are fruits and vegetables that we eat to keep us healthy, or foods that are used to feed animals, and those animals need that food to stay healthy. So knowing and understanding the life cycle of a plant is super important. So to end this lesson today, I am going to be reading this book called The Parts of a Plant. Now you have this book right in your learning packet. If you didn't get your learning packet today, I will be at school again tomorrow with those packets, so you can pick up your packet tomorrow. And if you don't get it tomorrow, we'll have it delivered to your house on Wednesday. Now, your book looks like this. It's a small one. I have a bigger one, and this has all of the same words that your book has. It's just a little bit bigger, and it'll be a little bit easier for you to see. So to end this video, I am going to read you the parts of a plant. And this would be a Learn About the World book. This is a teaching book to teach us all about the parts of a plant. So the things that I see from the plant are above the ground. And then if we had like x-ray vision and we could see below the dirt, these would be all the things that are below the dirt or the grass underneath the ground. So we're going to learn about the parts of a plant and how a plant grows from this book. And you can do this with your book at your house. And remember, all of these books are books you can read over and over. They have lots of sight words and lots of words that you can use your superpowers to practice reading. Roots. These are the roots. The roots are like a straw. The roots drink water from the dirt. So that's kind of neat. The roots are down in the dirt and they're like a straw, soaking up the water from the rain into the rest of the plant from the dirt. The roots under the dirt, and the roots are under the dirt and help hold the plant in place. Did you see how I went back and I did it rereading because I skipped a word? So these roots are under the dirt and they hold the plant. So they're like a straw sucking up water, and they're also holding onto the dirt so that the plant doesn't blow away. It holds it into the ground. So they have two jobs. Stem. This is the stem. the stem brings water to all of the plant. So the stem is connected to the root down here, and then the stem carries all that water up into the rest of the plant. So the stem. The stem helps hold the plant up so it does not fall over. So the stem carries water to the other parts of the plant, but it also holds up the plant so that it doesn't just tip over and fall on the ground, because it wouldn't be able to grow. So just like the roots have two jobs, the stem has two jobs. It has to carry the water and hold the plant up. Leaves. These are called labels, boys and girls. Leaves. These are the leaves. The leaves catch sunlight. So the leaves, they're kind of like two arms that stand out, and their job is to catch the sunlight from the sky and give it to the plant. Now, some plants just have a couple of leaves, and some plants, you'll notice, have lots and lots of leaves. So probably the more leaves the plant has, the more sunlight it can get to the rest of the plant. Here's another label. Remember, a label is a word that shows something on a picture. Leaves. The leaves use the sunlight to make food for the plant. So did you hear that? The leaves use the sunlight to make food for the plant. So the sunlight is like food for the plant. A plant can't grow without sunlight. It needs sunlight to grow. So the leaves catch the sunlight, and then the leaves have this like magic power inside that mixes with the water, and it turns the sunlight and the water into food so that the plant can keep growing and growing and growing strong. It's a cool science thing. Leaves. Oh, that's another same words. The leaves use the sunlight to make food for the plant. Might have printed 2 pages there. There's the label, flower. So we're going to learn about the flower now. This is the flower. The flower makes seeds to make new flowers. So the pretty part of the flowers are called the petals. The middle part of the flower is what carries and holds onto the seeds. And those seeds will turn into new flowers. That's cool. Flower. The flower is pretty, so bees and butterflies will sit. They take the seeds to make new flowers. So the flower is pretty because it wants bees and butterflies to come. The bees will come and get the nectar and the pollen to turn it into nectar. We learned about that from Mrs. Watt at the apple farm, and help other plants grow. And the bees will get to make honey from that. The butterflies will come, and they might hold on to some of the seeds and then drop those seeds or sprinkle them other places so more flowers grow. So those seeds in this inside are really important so that the plants can keep growing over and over. And then when those seeds get sprinkled down in the ground, a new plant will grow. So that is called a life cycle because it just keeps happening over and over and over. And that is the book called The Parts of a Plant. Now, after you do your book about learning about the parts of a plant, you practice your reading superpowers, you might want to spend a little bit of time with this. This is a fun thing where you can think about the parts of a plant. Parts of a plant. Here's a place to make a label. Petals. We talked about the inside of the flower is where the seeds are. We learned that the part of the plant that catches the sunlight and turns it into food for the plant is called the leaves. We learned that the tall thing that carries water to the rest of the plant and holds the plant from tipping over is called the stem. And then we learned that the thing that sucks up all the water from the dirt, that lives down underneath the ground and holds that plant from falling over and blowing away, are called the roots. Now you can cut out each of these words: leaves, seeds, stem, roots, flower, and sunlight, and you can label the parts of that plant to practice what you just learned from the book, The Parts of a Plant. I hope you liked learning about that. I'm going to record another video that is a nonfiction book, a fiction story, a pretend story about a character who likes to grow a plant, and that book is called Grow, Flower, Grow. I'm going to record that on a separate video so you can watch that, and you'll see that you'll learn some of the same words in that story. All right, I hope you are excited about the things we're going to learn in the month of May. I hope you had a great day today. I hope you spend some time tonight and tomorrow. Tonight, maybe listening to a story before you go to bed, and tomorrow practicing some of your practice pages and learning some more. And oh, I almost forgot. This is super exciting news. We earned another 100 books from Epic. We are up to 600 books our class has read for our Epic Reader Pillar. So right now, our Reader Pillar in our classroom, we would be way over here, and I would be adding this piece of Reader Pillar up to his body. So boys and girls, keep working hard. Our goal was to read 1,000 books by the end of the school year, and I think we're going to do it. There are some great stories on Epic all about plants too. I will see you soon. Bye.